My name is Mustafa Hilmi, and I have a bachelor's in electrical engineering, but I'm currently working in the stock market. So I don't know how much you know about the stock market, but it's basically the trade of goods. So stocks, gold, diamonds, companies, all of that.
No idea. That's why we requested your company today. Why electrical and then to stock? Did you watch Wolf of Wall Street, or what happened? It's a kind of a change of religion.
I couldn't find originally a job once I finished my bachelor's. So unfortunately, the only thing that I found was business related things, and I always wanted to learn about like the stock market, gold trade, all of that, because I've seen a lot of people get and make money off of it. So I decided, instead of finding these online gurus or reading up about it and not going anywhere with it, I'll join a company that does that.
There's so many now.
Exactly. Like nowadays you get at least 5, 6, 7 calls a day just asking about are you interested in stocks, are you interested in trading? I'm sure.
Yeah, and talking about these specialists, they will say we are a millionaire or billionaire out of this business. Can you buy my $10 course, please?
That's the most thing that happens. That's very true.
Can you tell me which companies, how you entered? What was the selection procedure, and what was the experience?
So the role that I had first entered in the company, it was a sales position. So they give you the general background for 3 weeks of training of like what are stocks, how do you trade, what platforms do we use, what currencies, what are the main like commodities or things that are going to be traded, and what can I say to get the client interested. So each person has a preference on what they trade or what they use in their life. So some people like Apple, some people like Samsung. So you ask questions to clients and you kind of get information out them to suggest stocks that would interest them in their day-to-day life.
Yeah.
And that's where you like start selling. So the first 3 weeks of the job was basically them giving us a background information that we need for the stock market, and then a lot of like sales tips and tricks on how to have a client engaged more in the conversation than you are.
Which company you joined as a salesperson?
So originally I was in last year in November. I joined a company called 7 Capitals. So that was a completely sales oriented job. So it was mainly to clients. I obviously took the training period with them. So I had to get like the knowledge of the trading strategies, what's good risk management, what isn't good risk management, all of the tips and tricks to get started on it, and a lot of reading. So I had to do a lot of research and reading and
reading by yourself on
yes,
the internet.
Yeah. You had to do that just so that I was up to date on what's happening, because I realized through the job you learn that a lot of the movement in prices, be it in commodities or stocks, is mainly to news.
To news?
Yeah, to news. So like there are a lot of conferences, like gold conferences that happen monthly, oil conferences that happen the first Friday of the month, a lot of like important dates that have meetings, and these meetings are what affect the prices of whatever you're trading. So I had to like read up prior knowledge about the stuff. I had to understand, okay, what are the timings, why does it change the price of gold, why does the dollar price go down, all of that. So yeah, that was my first job that I got, was a complete sales job, and up until February this year, that was the case. And then in February I moved to a more admin role, so I'd be responsible for solutions, for help in the trading strategies that some clients use. I also talk to like influencers. I make connections so I can produce more revenue to the company, but as an admin role, not as a direct client.
I'm not able to understand how.
So before I'd call my clients up by phone if they had registered as they're interested in our ads. We had a lot of ads running for the company. So if anyone puts in their email, puts in their phone number, I'd give them a call. I'd give them the small details about what trading is, how do they begin trading. A very simple process nowadays, which is all you need is an ID and like a bill that states your residence. So that's how simple it is to open a trading account nowadays. So I help them out with that, and then I start giving them advice like, okay, so do you want to be the one running your trades, or do you want someone to manage the account for you?
Okay.
And if they say manage the account for you, then we run it under the company's systems. So like an analyst trader will pick up the tab and they'll add him to the list of accounts, and that's how
Can you say this thing again?
So there's multiple ways where you can trade. So it's either you can go in and open your trades
so
with gold
if
and
you
stuff.
want someone else to be trading on your part, what are the tab thing that you meant?
There's a whole section, department in the company where it's just analysts.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll sit down and they'll read the graph, and they're the ones that do like those formulas, mathematical formulas, say, okay, will it go up now, will it not, what is the trend looking like?
Mm-hmm.
They're usually running for like 17 hours a day, just trying to catch up with news, catch up with the price of this, why is it going down?
Mm-hmm.
And they send updates on it, on like the group, so that by the evening of the day, which is 12 p.m., we'd have a rough sketch of where the market's looking at today. So that's based off of that is what they begin in trading, like going into trades. So the account managing, where if someone doesn't want to trade for themselves, they can give the company the account for them to trade with their analysts. So the analysts will compile most recommended trades in a day. Company will pick 3 or 4 of them, and that's how your account goes into trading.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And so again, I'm trying to understand. So this means you don't have a sales target. This means?
Oh yeah. Currently, I don't have a sales target. Thankfully.
That's great. So, but don't you think in admin, I mean, it sounds like a pretty steady job. So this means there's no way you are going to make millions.
You can say that, sure, but because you're in a company like this, I have more access and more know-how just because of the company, that if I decide to do trading or if I decide to pick up, an account and start, I'd have a much easier path. Because contrary to like what you find on the internet, a lot of people tell you, here, buy my $10 course, like you said earlier, and learn trading.
Yes.
It's not that simple, unfortunately. So being in the company, it helps me have the opportunity to put in my own money, whatever I'm earning from the company, and investing it and starting like a proper portfolio and a good trading account. So I don't see it as a downfall more than I see the benefits of it.
How many phone calls you receive on average per day?
I'm usually the one making the phone calls.
Okay.
Yeah. So as a sales job, I'd be making at least 100, 150, 200 phone calls a day, minimum. I have to run through a sheet of any interested parties. If he's not interested, I'll find a way to, have him engaged with me, just in case he decides 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks down the line that he wants to invest $400 or $500. At least he knows the company to reach out to. He knows my name. I left a good impression. So as a sales job, I had to do a lot of phone calls.
Okay.
And the conversion rate out of phone calls varies, really. Beginning of the month, everyone's been paid, everyone's feeling good, everyone's feeling confident. At the end of the month, it kind of goes to like a whole stop on just normal clients.
Alright, so again, if you have to quantify, give me some figure, like start of the month, how happy people are, end of the like percentage.
Percentage-wise, I'd say the best phone calls are from the 27th of the end of the month till like the 8th of the next month. Those are those 10 days are the time where he might take a chance. Like if I can sell it well enough, he'll take the chance. He'll go into trading, he'll learn something. And most of the time, even if our clients do enter, they enter and they trade with their accounts. So they have the resources to better themselves. We get that from the company, we get links, we have like seminars that go on weekly for trading. So they get all those benefits that come with trading with our company. And at the end of the day, even if he loses the whatever amount he put in, $100, $200, $300, he now knows that, okay, no, it's a market. So just like I lost, someone else won. Someone else made that money.
As an admin, how many calls you make on average?
I respond to at least 75 calls.
So when you say respond, you mean you get 75 calls?
Yeah, it's either, both between. So I have to call someone to fix something, or I'm receiving a call because they need help for something.
When you make phone calls to people, what kind of funny responses you get? Because
my audience is directed to Arabs mainly in the region, so I'm usually making phone calls in Arabic. But gist of the topic is 80% of them will tell you it's a scam on the phone.
Uh-huh.
What they don't understand is for you to make an account, if you register, it has to be done with your documents, your email address, your phone number, and all of that I can't get out of you if you're not going to trade. And on top of that, any transfers that go into your account or out of your account have to be done to the same card that was used originally, so it's your card. So it's basically opening up like a live account or another small bank account. You know, the digital banking is now very big. It's exactly the same concept. It's upload your papers, make sure that your papers are correct, you know, approved, coming from a government facility, and then just have an account. It's that simple. A lot of people come and tell me, no, you guys are stealing, or oh, this is a scam, or all I can say is maybe you've had a bad experience, but just because you've heard stories of someone that you don't even know that tried to do some investing online and failed because he got scammed for 300, 400, 500 dirhams, it doesn't mean that it's all scam. Because at the end of the day, people do make money off of this.
Okay, so talking about the making money out of it, let's give away some dreams to the people that, okay, how much money? I will take you back to that movie that I keep on referring to. They were seeing when the supporting actor went to the main character and said, okay, how much money you made last month? He said 70-something thousand.
Yeah.
He said, okay, you show me the check and I will quit right now.
Yeah.
So I want you to be that guy who show his check, so the people can quit. So give me the figures that how much money people are making.
Okay, so sales job, because it's starting out, I don't have the connections. You probably won't be able to get the big, spending clients early on. But I can give examples of, I personally know people that are pulling in from 50 to 80,000 dirhams off of pure commission. So it's not even like, oh, I'm using his account and I'm taking from his profits. No, the guy's trading, right? I have nothing to do with his account except I'm calling him, making sure he's good, telling him about bad trades and advising on risk management and making sure he has the dates and like the events lined up so he can know what to trade with, giving him all the resources. He's the one doing it. They make 80 from 60 to 80 and higher every month just off commissions.
Okay, so the person who's making 50,000 dirham out of commission, he have experience of how many years?
Mainly, I'd say at least in this region, I'd say a year and a half.
That's nothing.
Exactly, fair, but you have to realize that the reason why I'm saying it is because in this region, we have a lot of people that don't have the knowledge of full trading, right? So you have a lot of clients that has never heard of trading before, and the guy's wealthy, he owns a couple of businesses, he has a couple of shops open like Dubai Mall or these places, but he doesn't know what investing is, right? So when I come and show him what it is and teach him what it is or give him the advice that he needs and he starts making money, this one guy will then open 20, 30, 40 doors for him. I'll have 50 people that are interested in, so my friend just made, if you sit down on a coffee table with your friend and you tell him, I just made 10,000 dirhams in 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, anyone's going to ask you how. And they're going to want to know. So from that 1, 2, 3, 4 clients, you build a database of customers or clients that you have a connection with. And these guys are the ones that are, I'm benefiting him by giving him the information. He's benefiting me by the commission. It's a sales-based job.
That's fantastic. Again, going back to networking.
Yeah.
This is another fantastic way of networking. This is about the commission. So, do you recommend that some student who is already working as a programmer in some company, okay, and he's busy, but he sees that his younger brother is into trades and he can help him out. So, do you think the students, particularly young people, they can keep their full-time job, but at the same time they can
trade? Oh yeah,
trade.
Sure.
Or
what it is the company at least that I work for. We teach trade and we give you the resources, right? So obviously you've heard about call-outs or like signals for trading. It's like some companies have groups where their analysts come together and they send 5, 6, 7 trades a day that are the most recommended trade based off of what they read from a chart, based off of general analytics that they do, right? I don't know the exact details of it, but it's the highest probability of a correct call, so a correct signal. So as a student or as someone that's like most of my clients, for example, is they're working class men, so they have a full-time job. The only thing he does is he'll pick up his phone in the morning at around 11. He'll read the report that I send him, which is a summary report of, okay, this is what we're looking at today. This is where we think gold prices are going to go. This is where we think the S&P 500 is going to go. This is where we think these kind of key players in the market that you can potentially make money off of, what direction it's possibly going. So he'll read the report and then he'll decide, okay, so I'm probably going to go into like the S&P on a price tag of this, or gold at 1,910, right? So he'll put in an order on his account that once gold hits that number, I want to buy or sell. Types of trading, types of contracts. And based off of that, it means that he doesn't have to, sit and look at the screen and, okay, I have to make the analysis of whether the chart's going up or down. I just have to read the report that I get sent every morning and then enter the trades whenever. Or on the other hand, we have clients that like having messages sent to them. So we have a VIP group, where they get added to it once they sign up with us. It's a separate fee or not, it depends how he got the company. And then based off of that, he just enter trades when our analysts enter trades. So instead of someone controlling his account, he's doing it himself, so he has full control over how much money he wants to invest in one trade.
Let's suppose someone wants to switch from programming to
full-time trading.
Full-time trading.
Yeah.
What do he has to do? He has to quit, or can he do the moonlighting and spend some hours and then?
No, he can do the moonlighting and spend some hours. Because at the end of the day, if you're not going to make it like your life goal to just be a full-time trader, I suggest keep the job, learn about trading. Because the job is money to meet, money you make at the job is the money that you're going to use that month, right? It's what's keeping you alive, it's keeping you afloat. So whatever extra money you have or savings money you have, that's money that's just left in the bank. And as we've learned during the last decade or two, that money left in a bank always loses value eventually. For example, smallest example is currently in Egypt, right? 3-4 months ago, the exchange rate for it was 17. So 1 dirham was like 17 pounds. Right now, you're talking almost 40 pounds for $1, which is an exponential increase. So you have to keep in mind that if I have money on the side that I'm keeping it for a rainy day, sure. But if I have any extra income coming in, I'm definitely going to be trading it, because that's what's going to help move me out of whatever state I'm in. Because the job's going to be there. I'm getting a set paycheck. Anything extra that I get money is a side hustle, and obviously trading is a very good side hustle to pick up.
So the trader or the customer have to spend some money, and you are giving him information, possible prospects, or forecasting what to look at. What's your benefit out of it? You get the commission of your advice only?
I get the commission. So basically,
they have to register with you to do any trading.
Yeah.
Or they have to register with any registered company.
So for our groups, for our aides, if they want to just get the benefit of the package of the signals, of the daily reports, then, and they're not using our platform, then they have to pay like a monthly fee, which, corresponding to like the trade call-outs that we've had so far, the track record's been running from November till now. So like when I joined the company, I'll just have the information about that, which is monthly we don't lose. So in trades, if we make 10 trades, minimum of the 10 trades, 6 of them are successful trades. So by successful trades, I mean it's hit the first goal, which is the take profit goal that we've set already. So if you do our trades with the same amount of lot size or the size of the trade size of the contract, then you'll always come out gaining, not losing. So at least you would have covered the amount that you're using as a monthly subscription fee.
Okay, that's fine. So other thing is that customers who are spending money, when if you talk about the customers, you said that if you're a seller, you are on commission, not seller. But if you are helping someone to sell in your position, if you are good at your job, you have spent 1 to 2 years, you can make 50,000 easily. Okay. How much money the customers are spending? And again, referring back to that scenario where Because 50,000 is good, not good enough.
Mm.
Okay. Very good, by the way.
Yeah, no,
but
fair.
I'm talking about the person who is investing money and becoming rich. How much
is he making?
How much he's throwing on the table, and then how much he's getting. Just give me one scenario.
Yeah, we've had clients come in, double the whole fund that they had, $10,000, $20,000, come in, double it, leave. And we've had clients come in with $10,000 and lose it all. It's happened because it's a market at the end of the day, and it's nothing that we can control. You know, all of these Wolf of Wall Street people wouldn't have gone rich if it was that simple. So I can't tell you for a fact that you're gonna win, but you can see huge increases in capitals. So a lot of people have like contracts or monthly payments to these trading platforms or trading organizations, and they give them call outs. So monthly, instead of him making 50,000 dirhams, like you said, isn't enough, he'd make double or triple. But there's a risk factor. So if I'm putting $50,000, I want to make it double. That means I have to be willing to risk that $50,000. So depending on how much you want to make, is how much you're going to risk, is how much you're going to make. So if I'm risking 20% of my account, then I can possibly make 20% more. Or 40%.
So don't you think it has something to do with gambling?
I wouldn't say gambling just because it gets affected by what's happening in the world. So, for example, the wars that have gone on in Europe, that affects it. The war in Sudan affects it. All of these news and all of these relevant things do really affect where the price goes. So it's not like I'm gambling it on dice or cards or something like that. I'm studying how the prices have fluctuated during these times, and I'm making an educated assumption that this is going to go up.
Which is what we do in business mostly. Talking about dice, does that mean playing Ludo is...
No, I don't think so, but like, I'm not a Muslim. I'm not a Muslim sheikh
I'm also not there yet. But let's carry on. So generally, okay, what's the biggest account you have seen? Let's put it this way.
I've personally dealt with an account with over $200,000.
200,000, almost 800,000 dirham.
Yeah.
And what is the biggest increment, biggest gain you have seen anyone did in front of you?
I saw an account that we had with one of our analysts, 56,000 in one trade.
One trade in one day or one?
No, in one trade.
Okay. So you bought something, and after a few days or a few months?
Few hours.
Yeah. He made 56 and he...
Cashed out.
Okay. Which company was that? So we'll talk later. Okay, that's good. When you said you talk with influencers, what's that about?
So we have this system where as long as you can get someone that will benefit us as a company, we'll make sure to help you out, right? Mm-hmm. So let's say I'm not a trader, right? I'm not the best at it, but I have some connections to people that do trade, right? So I'll have them join the company from my end, and so the company will just pay me a royalty fee. It's not something I can make huge amounts of money off of, but it's the company's way of showing appreciation of, okay, thank you, you went out of your way to get us a client that will actually, work with us, have something off the piece of, the cake.
That's fine, but it's not clear. You talk about influencer. When you say influencer, who are influencers, to be very sure?
Famous people, people that post TikToks in Saudi Arabia, people that flaunt. Yeah.
Okay, so how does it go? For example, you have to talk with, PewDiePie. Okay. Okay, forget about PewDiePie.
Yeah.
Do you have any local influencer in your mind?
No.
Okay, let's talk about PewDiePie. Okay.
Sure.
So, how will you start the conversation? From where it will start from your end? And at what time you will tell the company, okay, see, I'm a good boy, and then how much you get, how much PewDiePie gets, how much company.
Right, so when it comes to big clients, so big influencers, or someone that has potential to get a lot of income to the company, so what I usually do is I contact him. let him know who I am from the company. So I'm an admin at T4 Trade, for example, and I'm working in this company, and I want to see if you could, give us a promotion or try our platform out to see if you like it. If you do, we can set something up to have on the table as a deal. So in some cases, they'll tell you, okay, I'll do like a shout out or something on my social media, right? And they'll just tell you, okay, pay me this much money, and I'll just do the shout out and leave. So we don't usually go for clients like that because they're not doing it out of care of the platform. They're just doing it because I'm paying him a set number, which isn't what we're aiming for.
Yeah.
What we're aiming for is at least the client to understand, like we can teach him something.
Mm.
So if I can sit down with him, have him come to the office, have a trading manager with me, and we'll go sit down, explain to him how this goes. So what is trading? How do you enter the trade? What's required to have an account? Okay, what assurances do people have that the money that they invested and they want to take out, they can? So we have, signed official paper from, I think it was the DOD, Department of... We have it from the Central Bank of the UAE, we have it from one of the banks in Saudi Arabia, we have signed documents and official licensing for trading. So we make sure that these are all clear. There's liability, your money's not going to go missing. Because that's what a lot of people believe is, I'm going to open the website, this looks fake, I'm going to put my money, it's going to go away. It's not. It's registered, it's clean. So you can't use it as a front for whatever it is, cleaning money or stuff like that. It can't happen because once you enter a system, it's like you're making an account in a bank, right? So it's processed, it needs to be clean, it needs to be direct. So we teach him all of that stuff, and if the person's interested, then they can, join, learn a bit, do a call out, and we give them their own rate of the company. So we give them commission on, okay, every $10,000 you get, we'll give you $2,000. For example, one of the deals that can be done. For every 100 clients that register, we'll give you some money. That's fine. Because at the end of the day, these clients are going to come. A lot of people don't actually know that you can make profit in the stock market. So once they come and they'll make profit, they'll also get their friends. So even if all of the accounts, they deposit $100, to that influencer is not much. 10 people deposit $100, $1,000. He makes that in a day. To us, okay, that's 10 people that did successful trades. They understand now the market. All of these 10 people have friends. 3-4 friends per person. That means you just went from 10 people to 50 people that are not interested in trading. So that's a benefit to us, and we
have a drink water?
Yeah, please.
Oh yeah, that's very important point. I forgot that. How do you approach people before you say something? I go to some shop, buy a SIM or buy anything, and a few days after I start receiving calls.
Yeah.
So this means that the data was being stolen or sold or whatever. So this happens. So from there, you can actually profile, or you can scan. Okay, this person sends this much money home every month. So this means where I'm
yes,
getting.
I get where you're coming from.
Yeah. Okay. So this happens.
No, it doesn't happen that way actually. It's so. When you sign up on Google,
yes,
and you're ticking the terms and agreements, right? So a lot of these companies, when it comes to these finances, banks, a lot of these companies have a lot of cookies on the web browser that stores your information, right? So this information is then sold in bulks to companies that are interested. So be it banks, it's a lot. All of the data is being shared, but not all of your data. It's your name and your number. Or your name and your email. So off of that, a lot of the stock companies work with data that's been used. So if you realize that if you've ever once gotten a call from a stock company that you haven't registered to, or a real estate company that you didn't register, you'll find a lot of other real estate companies calling you. And a lot of other stock companies calling you. Because your number's already been in the system for them. So it just starts spreading. Obviously, it is very inconvenient, and that's why a lot of people consider this a scam or something haram or that they wouldn't want to do. But this is the unfortunate truth about what we live in right now, which is if I sign up to Google on Canva or something, or a LinkedIn, I'm going to start receiving a lot of messages and a lot of data relating to that.
How much? Okay, when you're entering into a company who's registered to do this trading, how many weeks of training they give to you? How many days or weeks?
Weeks.
Weeks.
So it depends on the role you're going for. So sales, we had like a 3-week period of training. For admin, it really depends on the system and the type of company, because like tech companies, the stock companies run on different systems. So there are ones that are like fully online, you can open it on your phone. They have the app. For example, the company I'm currently working with has an app on the Apple Store where clients can even Apple Pay into their account. So that's how convenient it is, and that's how we've been able to get the licensing for this stuff. Other companies, no, you have to go sign, paper pencil type of contracts and then open an account that has to be in a bank, and process gets long. But the summary of it is, once your number's in the system,
Okay, it's gone.
Yeah.
It can go anywhere. Okay.